Alright, in this video we're going to deal with setting up your class pages for topics and the bulletin board. So the first thing is, again, because it's the summer when I'm doing this, let's go ahead and take a look at one of your pages. Because it's the summer, there's not a tab here at the top that says courses. Normally it would say courses and you'd be able to quickly click on your course. But since the trimester has not opened, I have to kind of get to my classes this way. So I have to go down to the daily view here under schedule and performance, and I just have to go to a day that has some classes here. Okay, so we can see school starts, and we have classes of September 7th here. So let me go ahead and take a look at one of the classes here. All right, and now they're inside one of the courses. Again, the main areas are the bulletin board, topics, assignments, gradebook, because this is the most important for right now, and I guess roster also. So in terms of the bulletin board is essentially the place where you want to put your syllabus, general information, information that you're really just going to put up there quickly. It's not related to a particular unit in your course, but maybe it's general information. So on this bulletin board, we've got some general dates, some basic rubrics and information here for the bulletin board. Now, topics is different. Topics will be your course, the content broken up into smaller units. Now, you're not required to put up anything under topics, but very often you want to put up information for the students to access, whether that's links to articles or that's other information or documents, things of that nature, videos, pictures. So you can see here I have a variety of topics, and I can easily go into these topics, okay, and view a particular topic. Here's my current events topic. Okay, let's go back to the main page here. I can obviously delete that topic. Under topic priority, I can move them around. So I can easily, if I'm on the current events unit, I can move that one to the top. Very easy to move them around and change the way they appear in this view. Another thing that's kind of often confusing is, you notice here there's active topics, that I'm looking at. There can be future and expired topics also. So all of these topics have start dates and end dates. So typically you don't have to worry about it. You're always looking at your active topics, but there are times when you have a topic that's not going to open for a while. That will not appear on this page. You'll have to click future to be able to see that. Okay. Now when you start your courses for the year, typically this is going to be blank even if you taught that class last year. So if you did teach the class last year, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to import, and you're going to go grab the topics from last year. So year, I go to last year. I go to the particular course, right? And here are all the topics that I had last year. Okay, so I could choose the ones that I want, and then I want to give them publish date. Now you can see here the publish date by default is the first day that the trimester opens. Well, okay, that's kind of helpful because the students don't need to see it before that, I guess. But you're going to have trouble seeing it if you don't publish it until that date. So if you wanted, you could come in and change this to today's current date. Okay, so that's one thing to kind of keep an eye on. You could start it today. If you don't start it today and you leave this set as that date right there, okay, it is going to import that topic to your page. But again, since that topic doesn't open until the future, it doesn't open until September 6th, I'm going to have to choose future to be able to see that. So those are some things to pay attention to when you're importing topics. Please pay attention to the date that you're putting there under the publish date. And you can leave expired blank. That's not required or anything like that. But I would typically put today's date as the publish date. Just it's a lot easier to work with when you do that. Now, if you didn't teach this class last year, it's again going to be blank. And you're going to get started with create a topic. Okay, so the first question is going to be obviously the title of the topic. description you want to put in there, the image, that'll again be the image that the person sees on the front page so you can browse, and then the general layout here. You can choose whichever one that suits your needs the best. Okay, and then this is going to be, by default, it's going to publish it in all of the sections of that class for me, which is nice. That way, if I make a change on one of the sections, it's immediately reflected in the other sections. So that makes it really nice if you teach, for example, 3 U.S. histories. You make one change and it's changed in all of those. So you don't have to manage 3 separate pages. You're managing one topic and it's basically being shared amongst those 3 pages. Okay. So you can create a topic, which is what I just did, called temp. You can see it down here. And if I wanted to go view it, well, obviously there's nothing in that topic. So I might want to go edit that. So I'm going to click the little pencil. And you end up at this kind of design phase here. So essentially it's asking how you want the page to look, and I'm choosing from these choices on the left. So if I just want to have some general text on the page, okay, I drop it over there and then I can type whatever I want to type. Great, and that's going to be on the page. If I want to provide links to the students, I drag over links. Okay, and these might be, great articles. And then I would go ahead and put the URL in there that I wanted a link to. Okay, so I can put in links, text, I can put in videos, I can embed a video in there, I can put up photos. Again, these are all pretty self-explanatory how they work, but you can upload a variety of photos there. So you can play around with these. If there's a document that you want the students to download, again, that's going to be under the download section. You choose the particular file from your computer that you want them to be able to download, and then choose it, and they'll be able to download that. So again, you're basically at this point just setting up the way you want the page to look. If you want to preview it down here on the left, you can take a look at what the page is going to look like. Okay, let me go back. And again, if I want the picture that's associated with my topic to show up here, I could just drag that over, and that's going to choose the image that I set for this topic. So you just kind of build it in that way. Over here on the left-hand side, that's kind of what I'm doing, is I'm building the page. I can look at the settings that are on that page. And again, this is going to take me back to that screen where I chose a picture, a layout, and what courses to share it with. So that's basically how you build the topics, okay, for your page, and also, again, how you import them and choose the priority. So one thing to remember is topics and that information is very separate from the assignments. So you're going to post the content in one area and the assignments in another. Now, if there is a particular, let's say, article that goes with a particular assignment, sure, you could post it in a topic and then tell the student to go read that in the topic section. Or again, if you wanted under assignments, when you're giving an assignment, you could provide a link to that article right here or the actual physical document right there. So you can put that information in the assignment itself, or you could put it on the topics page. So I hope that helps get you organized. Let's go back to the bulletin board for a second. With the bulletin board, one of the things that I think is really strange about the bulletin board is that, again, when I started this page, or when you start your page, this will be blank right here, regardless if you had anything there last year. So when I go to edit it, okay, I'm going to, again, drag over the different parts that I want on the page. I've got some text, I've got my grading rubric, some announcements, my syllabus. Even if you had information on there last year, you need to drag over these blocks. this year, okay, and put them on there. And you can see right here under import material, you can go into last year's bulletin board and you can bring in, I have no content on that one, you can bring in stuff from the bulletin board from last year. The only thing it seems like you can't bring in from last year is just this general text. So if you filled up your bulletin board with a lot of text last year, just under this text block, that doesn't seem to be something that can be brought from year to year. All of these other ones, grading rubric, announcement, syllabus, those can be brought from year to year in the link. So I guess I would encourage you that when you're building your bulletin board, try to put the information maybe in the category that it best fits. Grading rubric, syllabic, announcements, because that way you'll be able to import it from year to year. And again, please recognize that text, just general text like this, does not get imported from year to year. Hopefully that helps you get started with all of those. And again, just track me down if you have questions.